I have been putting off planting the scarlet runner beans, that Garden City gave me. So I did that just now. I did that this morning. There's about one in each one. This is just 8. There was like 4 types, 4 varieties, and I planted one in each cup so that there's 2 of each variety. And that's probably plenty because the scarlet runner beans get pretty crazy. They're very tall, and anyway, I'm hoping that they'll be very prolific as is normal. And I have these other squashes and stuff, pumpkin. You know, these are zucchini, watermelon. These are the types of seeds that you would wait to plant direct seeding in the ground because they don't like their roots to be disturbed. So for that reason, you know, you can start them early, but you have to plant them into containers that will allow them to be planted straight into the ground. So I got a couple of cups. My husband likes to get his little fast food treats. And this is ice cream cup. And I'm going to plant probably 2 or 3 seeds in each of these cups. And then, and the same thing with this. You know, you can plant the seeds and they start to grow, and when they're ready to be transplanted, you can pop out the bottom and just plant the whole thing in the ground. Because ultimately, this paper cup will disintegrate. And of course, you know, I guess obviously it's a little early to explain what to do when you get outside, but when you plant it, you try to get all of it under the ground so that everything disintegrates. And then the paper doesn't dry out and doesn't wick moisture out. But anyway, that's for later. For now, I'm going to plant these things. I have some cacao pumpkin, which is for making primarily for the seeds. The seeds don't have a little coating. It's just like those little Mexican pepitas. And then there's this Dixon pumpkin. It's a very large pumpkin. It says it can weigh up to 40 pounds, but it's a very long season, 115 days. So I decided I should probably try and start these early. I don't remember how long these take to produce, but I think it's 100 days or something like that. And then I have this squash, lemon squash. It says delicious. Can you read it? Not really. This is from Baker Creek. I've never tried this, and I haven't really grown crookneck squash or yellow squash in a while, so I figured I'd try that. And then I have this zucchini costata romanesca, which I didn't write anything down, but I think this is a light colored zucchini, Italian, very sweet, I think I remember. These are from Joe Koslowski. Because of Joe Koslowski, I don't have to spend all my money on, you know, seeds anymore. A lot of seeds that he gave me, I have not. I would have probably bought anyway. Or something like it. Thing I wanted to mention is that I'm using these big cups, you know, so that there's a lot of soil, and that they can grow in this container for a long time. So that when they're ready to be transplanted, they're ready, you know. Okay, so this is Dixon pumpkin. I think I'm gonna plant like 4 in each cup. I may not do a second cup of each variety because I really don't have a lot of space, but I do want to plant them all. Anyway, I wanted to show you also this I found some old scarlet runner beans that I had from I don't know, it's probably since 1998 or something. I don't know if they're gonna grow, but I'm gonna plant them. These are actually covered in some diatomaceous earth. That's why they look so dirty, or they look old and dusty because, well, they are old, but they're dusty because they're covered in a film. But see that that pretty purple is all faded. Usually they're a nice purple color. It actually looks better in the camera than in real life. Anyway, I'm gonna plant like one seed, one of these in each one, you know, just as a little companion thing. If they grow, they grow. If they don't grow, then it's no big deal, no loss. Then I'll know that the seeds are really no good. So I'm going to go ahead and finish planting these. And the other thing I wanted to mention is the books. I remember looking at a video on Claire's diary, Claire's allotment diary, and she planted, yeah, see, look at that, isn't that pretty? She planted her squashes. I think she did it with like the tip down. I can't remember what it was she was saying, but honestly, I have never considered planting my squash seeds upright or sideways or whatever it was she did, and I've never had rots in my squashes. So I'm not saying that there isn't something to that, but I'm choosing to ignore that little tip. But you know, you can look it up and see what she says. I can't remember what it was she said. She said that I guess if you plant it a certain way, then the water goes in and it rots the seed. But I don't believe that to be true. So I'm gonna ignore that little bit of advice. But anyway. Alright, let me get. The last thing I wanted to mention is that, when you plant squashes and such, you can't just plant one seed of each kind because you need at least 2, preferably 3 of the same variety in order to get good fertilization of the flowers so that you get good fruits. So keep that in mind when you're planting squash seeds and pumpkins as well, and cucumbers and watermelons. They're all in the cucurbit family. Same idea. So finally got this done. I'm watering them in. It's like a load off my mind because every day I wake up and I go, oh yeah, I'm gonna plant those today. Oh yeah, I'm gonna plant those today. Oh, and it's like, when are you gonna plant them? Plant them already. So here we are, finally planted, watered in, and I'm going to find a place to put them now. Hard to do.